Good evening and welcome in to the Mystic Lotus and Dragonflies Global Awesome Healers Training Summit Season 7. This is call 3 and one last time to experience both the gentleness and the power of Reiki. Our hands, the palms of our hands, is the conduit for this universal energy. The seven main chakras are also represented in the palms, along with the elements of earth, fire, water, air, and ether in the fingers. And attunement with Reiki ensures its activation as an energy channel. There are meridians, which are also energy channels running through the body. And we got to know about three of the main meridians: the lung, heart, and pericardium, and what shows up when the flow of energy is not in balance. For anyone still skeptical about Reiki, well, Sarabjit put that to rest when he came on and shared about how he went from being a total non believer to someone who has achieved health goals with regulating sugar levels to the extent he no longer requires expensive medication, has worked on fitness goals, and seen a turnaround with his work and profession, all with using Reiki with just level 1 itself. A guided meditation to balance the chakras rounded the call up, leaving us wondering what next. A poll was taken during the day for and about. Let me give you the current update as of this very moment. It was about, do you feel safe expressing your emotions openly in daily life? Yes, I express easily was at 9%. No, I tend to suppress was at a 19%. I'm learning to open up at 36% and depends on the situation also at 36%. What be connection to today? Let's find out. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for and join me in giving a warm Mystic Lotus welcome to the expert, reminding you about your healing hands and mastering the art of it with Reiki, Neha Kumar. Hi, Neha. Welcome in. The floor is yours.
Thank you, Neelu. Thank you for having me here. A very warm welcome to everybody who's there. And I'm so happy that you shared the poll results. But it was glad to see. It's today's call is actually related to that. So in call one, we understood what is Reiki and how it helps. In call two, we were linking it with chakras, our meridians, and palm chakras, which become the conduit to healing, as you explained. And today we are going to talk about how the stored emotions in our body, lead to illnesses. So it's interesting to know that we all have, we all remember touches. We remember what people say to us. And sometimes we attach an emotion to it. And that gets stored as a memory in our body. And when that remains there, is not released, leads to imbalances and diseases. So today I'm welcoming all you beautiful souls to know how these blocked, emotions lead to illnesses in our body and how Reiki can help clear them. We understood that meridians are the energy pathways, and when they are blocked, we feel that there is a discomfort in our body. So I'm going to ask a very quick question to everybody. So, when someone touches you, right? It's your son who's touched you, or your spouse, or your partner, or your mother. How is that possible? That's because our cells have memories. Therefore, when we have emotions in our body, which we remember, and if they are not pleasant memories, if I may say so, they lead to discomfort in our body, and Reiki helps us clear those and heal us, remove those baggages so that we become a clearer conduit, right? So I request everyone to be in a quiet space, seated comfortably and keep a bottle of water if required. And make sure that you're seated in a safe space, calm, peaceful space. Now, I'm sure you all, if you had the time to read, you must have read the free gift that I shared with you, which was about how modern science is actually catching up uh, with the ancient wisdom, which has been there for centuries, leading us that how Reiki actually works. It's not something that is out in the air. And there have been experiments conducted proving that yes, Reiki does help, which means we all are living conduits of universal energy. And when we become attuned to it, we are able to not only heal ourselves, but also raise our vibrations, raise our consciousness. Do you resonate with what I'm saying so far? Well, now, and here we're going to talk about how trauma, stress, and unresolved emotions that we face every day in our life create real physical blockages that can lead to chronic pain and illnesses and even fatigue. So imagine, um, you know, you sense, um, you're sensing something and you're not feeling comfortable about it. And that's your little voice inside telling you, giving you a signal. And that message comes to you in your body, which is then spoken in the language of an emotion. So the ancient traditions tells us that our body is just not flesh and bones. It's a powerful energy system ruled by the chakras, the major organs, and the meridians that run through us. So when energy flows freely in your body, we feel vibrant, we feel calm, we feel at peace, just like when we did those meditations and we instantly felt the ease and calm. But when we have emotions like fear, grief, resentment, anger, maybe jealousy, all those lower vibrating emotions, they create these energetic blockages which lead to illness, fatigue, and mental distress. So far, are we together? Do we agree?
Absolutely. In fact, Neha, you have been explaining each call has been a build up to the previous, and you're talking about emotions. How about with whoever's here right now? How would we actually check with the audience how much they resonate with what has just been said right now and what they actually thought with asking them about their thought behind something that they felt physically with emotion. Should we take a quick
Absolutely.
check? Okay.
Absolutely, Deelu. That would be wonderful.
All right. So people, don't worry. I'm not going to ask you to write things down today. Just going to share a poll with you. All you need to do is click on one. Okay. So give me a
Absolutely.
second and I will just start this and we'll keep it hang on. Okay. Just look at the first one right now. Can you see that? Have you experienced health issues that you feel are linked to emotional pain? It's a single choice. It's either yes, maybe, or no. Click on that. And while that is happening, Neha, I'm throwing the second poll in also. When it comes in, I'll bring you the percentages back.
Absolutely.
Okay. Which is, if you've done the first one, and the second one, you can also scroll and see, is where do you usually feel stress or tension in your body? And this is a multiple choice for you because we do feel things differently at different times. So this is the multiple choice. Okay, you have another 30 seconds for this. Okay. All right. Last 10 seconds. And what I'm just going to do is just take a screenshot. So that's I can give you the numbers accurately. Your last 10 seconds, people. Any number that comes in after this will not be there. Okay. There we go. Done. Ended it. All right.
Wow.
With the first one, Neha, just giving you the percentages that have shown up, which is, yes, absolutely, is at a 64%. Maybe never thought of it this way is at a 36%. No, I don't think so, has not shown up at all. So
Wow.
people either knew or
What
never
they
thought
did,
of it that way. Yeah,
never thought of it that way. Wonderful.
right.
Now, with this, I'd like to share that these sensations, they are not random. They are signals and they are messages from your body speaking the language of emotion. So, when we say that, we are saying that we have an energy map in our body. We have chakras. Uh, we have meridians, and we know that every chakra is associated to a feeling or an emotion. So, for example, we'll say we are fearful or we are very insecure about our future. We are constantly worrying what's going to happen next. Like a simple thing, you're getting ready first thing in the morning and you're going to the office and you're just thinking while driving, oh dear, this presentation, how will this go? Right? Will I get this? Will I be able to pitch in for this? Will I get this tender? Will I not? And so on and so forth. And then what happens is that you are building that fear inside you and you're getting insecure of that meeting, whereby you're not sure of whether that meeting would be 100% like it's like a go killer attitude, or you're going to say, no, I'm going to kill it, it's going to happen. But there is a doubt. Or maybe there's a survival stress. Will I be able to make enough money? Will I be able to fend for all my needs, etc.? So when we have such feelings in our body, it is basically related to root chakra, because root chakra is our seat of security, financial, what you call it regulates your finances. So when we are saying that, oh, we are in fear, it is absolutely related to the organ kidneys, because then you are in your survival mode. So kidneys, what do kidneys do in our body? They filter the toxins, but they also store fear. So imagine if you're constantly fearing one thing or the other, you're storing so much of fear in your kidney. And imagine kidneys have to do so much of work to flush out that toxin, because that constant anxiety, that adrenal fatigue that you're bringing in your body has to be cleansed from your system. So, I'm going to bring this up here. You might have heard of situations in life where you say, oh dear, this person we met, he never smoked, he never used to consume alcohol, and yet he had kidney issues. And then you're wondering what happened there. What happened was that he had been given too much work for his kidneys to do. So what will Reiki do? When you will start focusing on the fact that you are supported and that you are taken care of, because when you will do Reiki, you will come to that state of peace and calm, and you will not fear. Your kidneys won't have to do that extra work. So here I'm going to give you another example. I'm not giving you the real name. For example, let's say Meera. She came to me with who was constantly feeling exhausted. Like she would get up early in the morning and she would still feel, oh, I need to sleep more. Or there was constant fatigue. And maybe there was a back pain which she could not pinpoint why it was happening. Medical test said the back was good, but yet she had that pain and the doctors didn't know what to do. So when she came to me, what I realized was that she had spent years in survival mode. Being a single mom, she was raising kids alone and fearing the financial ruin. Her body wasn't broken, but it was burdened with fear. and the survival instinct. So when we did Reiki sessions with her, she instantly felt calm. And when we worked on her lower back, her kidneys, her root chakra, she felt better. And gradually she realized, wow, I am not anxious anymore. I am more grounded. I am more stable. I am able to handle things with ease. I'm not fearful of what is going to happen next. See, it's always either a flight or a fear mode. So you don't have to be in that mode always. You can always trust that things might turn out for the better also. And I think when you start doing Reiki, it brings you to that space where you stop worrying about money, you stop worrying about health, relationships, because you're in that space where you know whatever is going to happen is going to be for the highest good. So that is the space Reiki brings you to. So now I hope I'm able to make a connection how palm chakras, your body chakras, and your emotions and organs, they all help, and how we through Reiki are able to ease, clear out the energetic blockages at times which we are not able to see through candid eye. Make sense? Absolutely. So, like yesterday, on the last call, Iqbal had said, when I was working on my solar plexus, I'm feeling hungry. Well, that's a good sign. What is solar plexus? Solar plexus is fire element when we were talking about. So that means he's actually channeling the right energy and his metabolism is becoming better. And that's why he's feeling hungry. And gradually, when it becomes balanced, it will subside. He will come to that original state of his being. So that's what Reiki does. So kidneys are the seat of fear and anxiety. So people, that's why we say, do not. That is a poll. Hence asked, are you aware what you're doing to your body? Do you even realize how much extra work with every one flush of anxiety that you're doing? It takes your body to work. So I also want to share here with you that whenever we are one flush of that cortisol that flows through your body, it takes your body, depending on each person, 12 to 24 hours to flush out from your body. So imagine if you are in constant stress, what are you doing to yourselves? So what does Reiki do then in that case? It brings you to a calmer space where your body doesn't feel the pinch, and it helps you release and balance the energetic imbalance, if any. Yes, with me so far? All right.
Absolutely. And whenever you need to know about the percentages with the area, let me know.
Yes, we can take a poll there
Now,
now. Absolutely.
it's done. So the head and neck is at 73%.
Wow.
Chest heart is at 27%. Stomach or gut is at 36%. Lower back and kidneys is at a 9%. And I'm not sure, this is a new awareness for me, is at 9%. So the head and neck has shown up at the maximum percentage, 73, followed by the stomach and gut, 36, chest and heart, 27, and then the kidneys, 9%. Lower
Wow.
back and kidneys.
So let's look at the head first of all. So when you are constantly thinking, overthinking, that is when your head gets affected, which means you have to stop your overthinking. And when you're overthinking so much, what happens? You're actually imbalancing your third eye. So your intuition will not be as great as it should be. And we are all born psychics. We are all born healers. It's just about bringing it out. So when your head and neck is feeling heavy, it's about overthinking, and that it's like you're carrying a lot of burden. You feel everything is your responsibility, and there's a pressure to figure it out all. Like I have to figure this out, I have to figure that out. I have to just let go. So again, I'm not going to take the name of the person. I'm going to keep it confidential, but let's say there was this person called Rama, who's a perfectionist. Let's say she has this thing of being perfect in everything, every decision, every small little one. She will wait pros, cons, and she'll often feel, because of that, she'll feel tense. And she'll start feeling, things crying heavy here on her neck or her, her shoulder. And especially when there are deadlines around her work or maybe her personal deadlines. So there are unspoken expectations which pile up in your head like invisible weights. So, what is the emotion related to it? Overwhelm, mental pressure, self criticism, feeling unsupported. So, if you're doing that, you're constantly overthinking. You have, and what are the organs that's associated, affected with it? Your brain. So, you have headaches, you have migraines, or maybe you'll have neck tension, a throat tightness, or maybe some throat issues. So, what would you do then? We can do a quick exercise based on this. Very quick, and it'll be simple. So rub your hands like last time we did, activating the palm chakra quickly. And place your hands on the back of your head and your neck like this, right? And feel this white light dissolving the pressure and melting this away from your body. So here and the neck, wherever you're feeling the discomfort. And imagine with the energy flowing in, you're feeling clearer. You're breathing out tension. With every breath, you're releasing. You're easing out. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Feel the energy dissipating. Feel the ease it brings in the tensed muscles. Feel the relaxation happening in your neck, on your shoulders, in your head. Feel your mind calming away. Feel this white light that's flowing through your hands, instantly dissolving everything that's coming up in your head. The overwhelm, the mental pressure, the self-criticism, the feeling of being unsupported. And just mentally chant to yourself, I release the need to control everything. It is safe for me to trust life's timing. I'm supported and I allow my mind to ease. I release the need to control everything around me. It is safe for me to trust life's timing. I'm supported and I allow ease to my mind. Keep imagining this white light filtering through your hands, easing out the neck and the head. And if you feel tired, you can gently bring your hands down and keep breathing in and relaxing with every breath that you take. Once you're ready, you can wiggle your hands and toes and gently come back to the here and now. So did you feel anything? Did you feel it easing? Did you feel it calming? Did you feel that tension releasing from your body.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it was very nice. There was a lot of warmth because of the, I guess, the energy flow, so to speak, with the white light, and there was a lot of warmth, and definitely, even though I wasn't thinking that I'm feeling anything on my neck or shoulder, but it definitely felt like I almost yawned. Like there was a definite drop down to a relaxation state. Not that I was in a tense state, but wherever I was, there was a drop down further from that as well. So that was nice, yes. And people, if you want to share, please write in the group. You want to come on and share your experience, we'll bring you on as well. You have both options available. Yes, ma'am.
Absolutely. So, like we said, that the first poll that was about head and neck, and that's related to overthinking, burdens, and pressure to figure it all out. Now, interestingly, what we don't really focus on is why this happens. There is a need attached to it. Because when there is a need attached to every emotion, is when you feel there is a lack of it. When there is a lack of it, that's when you get stressed. So, how should I explain this to you? Now, let me say that, let's say this is about kidneys or stomach, now, or lower back that we had spoken about. So, there is the emotion, fear, and insecurity. But what is the need that you must release from your body? So the release is the need for constant survival mode and external safety, right? Now, when we were working right now, we were also working on our neck and throat. So what is throat to do with this? It is about suppressed truth, your lack of expression, your fear of being judged. Oh, if I say this, I might be judged. Or if I say this, they might interpret something which I don't mean. And that's why you have jaw issues, you have sore throat, you have thyroid issues. So what is the need that you have to release? You have to release the need to stay silent for acceptance of fear of conflict. So there's a deeper meaning associated with it. You have to release the need, the lack of it. And henceforth, every chakra, every organ that we store the memory with, you know, it helps you open up your channels, it helps you open up your energy pathways, and it instantly brings you to a more calmer space, right? Neenu, will you remind me? The second one was?
Yeah, so the second one was the stomach gut at
Ah.
36.
So, stomach. What does stomach have to do? Gut has to do. Stomach is about worry, control. It's solar plexus chakra. So the stomach is the center of processing emotions. When we are worried, we often feel it in our gut. You know, whenever we have any issue, we feel it in our gut. So when you have an imbalance or you are really worrying a lot and you are a control freak, you have digestive issues. You have bloating in your body. You might have nausea. You might have ulcers. They might stem from trying to control too much because you're fearing change. Now, one must know that the only constant in life is change. That is going to happen. You cannot stop that, right? So, Reiki healing, by placing your hands on solar plexus, you're actually activating the fire within you, the element fire. So, your digestive issues will become better, your bloating will reduce, you will your ulcers, if any, will become better. You will not have any nausea anymore. And where is solar plexus? Just a few inches above your navel, which is your personal power center. It holds your self-esteem, your willpower, your confidence. So when it is imbalanced, we feel powerless or anxious or afraid of failure. So the stomach and liver, they not only process your food that you eat, right? But you are also suppressing your anger, your frustration, your stress there. So that's why when we have a lot of anger, we have a lot of, you start feeling acidic, you start feeling as if you don't want to eat food. That's the feeling we have when we are very stressed. No, no, I'm not hungry. I don't want anything. That's what we say. So that's because you are not, you're not processing you're suppressing your emotions, your anger, your frustration, your stress. So I remember this client of mine coming to me. He had ulcers in his mouth, and again, he always wanted things to be perfect and under his control, and everything by the time, by the clock. And he was constantly having gut issues, reacting to stress. He couldn't even express that he was stressed. It was that bad because you know being a man, you're always told, Nana, it's okay, you got to done the show, don't do this, don't do that. So the suppression of emotion really affected that. And I think with that note, though I will speak this, but I think I have someone to validate this. Sanjeev, I think he's on the call, and he had faced something very similar to this. So I'm going to bring him on the call for this. But this is exactly what it happens when you are suppressing your emotions because you are not allowed to be vocal about what you're feeling. If you are, it's like you are not, you worrying and you feel that there is lack of control and you want everything in control. You want everything in that particular time, manner, method, the way you think it is right, because you're so fixed with that ideology, right? And that's when we have these issues. Now, we will do a quick, again, rubbing your hands. And then after that,
Neha, very quickly before you take us into this, I just
yes,
had a quick question to ask. You mentioned the solar plexus for
right.
this, correct? But it is the stomach and the gut, which is by itself, it covers, it's a vast area that it covers
Yes.
with a lot of
So,
organs, correct?
yes. So
So would
into
the sacral also not come
yes.
into play?
So when we do healing, Nilu, we also do sacral is more to do with creativity and it's to do
Right.
more with your sensual powers, right? But what we'll work on would be root and solar, fear,
Okay.
worry, and then we'll bring in the control is solar plexus. So yes, generally when we do a Reiki session, we do all the chakras, but
Right.
particularly when we're talking about one thing, it has to do with this.
Right. And of
Right?
course, this is again just we are experiencing this when you actually learn, get attuned, and there's a lot more that comes into play, correct?
Absolutely,
Right.
absolutely,
Right.
absolutely. So now let's just quickly do this. Again, rub your hands, activate your palm chakras. And what are we going to do now? You will place your hands over your stomach and imagine a white light flowing through your hands, healing that area. And mentally chant, I stand in my power with confidence and courage. I trust myself and decisions completely. I am strong, I am resilient, and capable of manifesting my dreams. Chant again. I stand in my power with confidence and courage. I trust myself and my decisions completely. I am strong, resilient, and capable of manifesting my dreams. With every inhale, bring in the divine energy flowing through your hands to your solar plexus. Imagine it filling that area with light and release with every breath anything lesser than love and light. Release all your worry, all your control. Surrender to the divine timing. Relax with every breath. Feel your stomach moving up and down with every inhale and every exhale. Feel the calmness. Love your body. Love yourself. Send it love. Acknowledge it with every breath that you take in. Feel the calm. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Feel the Reiki flowing through your hands, healing your chakra, healing your body, bringing you to a peaceful state, a calming state, full of love, acknowledging all the hard work that your body does round the clock. Relax and release. Keep breathing in and breathing out. And when you feel the time and are ready to come back to the here and now, wiggle your toes and fingers, arms, and gently open your eyes with a bright smile on your face. And after this, if you want to have a sip of water, please go ahead and flush out all that you need to flush away from your body.
JK, you want to share your experience? Would you be able to put your video on? JK has disappeared. JK, do you want to write on the group? Do you want to come up here? In which case, we definitely request a video on. You have your video on again. And you put it off again.
Hello, I'm sorry. Actually, I'm traveling.
Okay,
So
no
I'm
worries.
actually at the same time trying to understand. I'm not
Yes,
putting the video on, but I was unable to even type a chat at that time. So
no
chat is
worries, no
disappearing.
worries. Go ahead,
So
ask your question
yeah,
or express.
yeah. So Acha,
I'm
I guess
sorry,
I. So you were
we
saying. I just wanted to
we
repeat
lost
that
your
part. I
voice.
stand in my. Am I
Uh,
audible now?
yes, now,
Hello.
yes, now you're
Yeah.
audible.
So I just want to understand this. When you start, you were saying like I stand in my power, confidence, and courage. So that's how we start with the chanting when we start doing Reiki. Just trying to understand.
Okay, Neha, were you able to hear him clearly? So, JK,
So,
whatever little I've understood, I'm just repeating, okay? And give me a thumbs up on the Zoom chat itself if I've got the gist properly. first of all, obviously Jake is traveling, so maybe he has some network issues, and maybe he's not been able to hear the instructions properly. What he was asking is this how you do Reiki? First, you do something with your hands, and then you say the lines. It's not that, right? It's the rubbing of the hands. So, Neha, you please explain this now. But JK, I think this was your question. When do you say this, or when do you say the lines, or
All right.
do that? So, yeah.
All right. So, thank you for asking that question. But Reiki is basically that we are allowing the universal energy or the prana flowing through us and healing that part of our body where the attention is needed. Now, since you all, I don't think each one out here is attuned to Reiki, but when we are not attuned to Reiki and still we are born healers and born psychics, I intuitively am sharing with you a technique whereby through visualization, you are feeling that energy flowing through you. But when you are attuned, you will actually feel the difference between a normal visualization and the actual flow of energy that flows through you once you are attuned in Reiki. Now, yes, when we are attuned to Reiki, we intuitively come to know which body part needs what healing, where we need to focus, what we need to do, because your intuition develops and you are connected with the divine, right? It opens up your further channels of expansion. Like I'm saying, it increases your consciousness, right? Now, having said that, what we are doing today is Reiki through me to you while I'm holding that space for you. However, when you are attuned, you shall be able to do this on your own. I hope that answers the
Right.
question to you.
Right. And of course, JK, also maybe you weren't here when the poll was happening, where it was asked of everybody here, when you feel stress or tension, which part of your body do you feel it? And with the options given, with the percentages, which one was highest, we're just going in a highest
That order.
percentage to lowest percentage order. So that's why the stomach gut was just done. We will be doing another one, two more soon.
All right. Now, stomach and gut we finished. And now I want to share here how when there is a release of emotional blockages, you open up a new realm for you. And here I have Sanjeev with me, who's done both level 1 and level 2 with me. So level 1, where we are doing only physical healing. Level 2 is all about emotional healing and distant healing, working through past, present, future. Reiki healing you emotionally, and you're expanding your consciousness beyond the physical realm in level 2. However, I'm very happy to share that Sanjeev, who's here to share his journey, uh, he was one of my students who had started downloading Reiki symbols even after the first level. And he will share his journey with you of how Reiki helped him. Hi, Sanjeev, can you hear us?
Hi, yeah, I hear you, Neha, and everybody. It was nice to be in this forum because what I feel now, I am getting the goosebump when I'm going to explain you about the Reiki. Because when we start, before that, I was very anxiety holding person. मेरे को इतनी anxiety रहती थी अगर मेरी कोई shipment नहीं जा रही, मेरा कोई sample नहीं जा रहा, तो I was with a sleepless nights.
Okay, sorry to add in here. Sanjeev works in the apparel sector. So when he says samples and shipments, he's referring to his apparel background.
Professional things.
All right.
Professional. Even then, I was very, मतलब एंगरनेस भरा हुआ था अंदर. कोई मेरे को घर पे भी कुछ कह देता तो आई वाज लाइक फट गया बम उसी वक्त कि वो आई एम यूजिंग द लोकल बेसिकली वर्ड्स जो एक नेचुरल बोलते हुए निकलते हैं नॉर्मली. मतलब मेरे को इतना एंजाइटी एंगरनेस सब कुछ होता था. व्हेन आई स्टार्ट डूइंग रेकी आई वाज विद द ब्लोटिंग. सो मैंने फिर छोड़ी हुई थी तो आई वाज गेटिंग मोर फैटी. सो आई हैव रीस्टार्टेड. आई मेट around a week back with Neha saying कि मेरे को मिलना है आपसे, बहुत टाइम होगा मेरे को मिले हुए, why you are again getting obese, क्या हो गया तेरे को? मैंने कहा I've stopped the practicing of Guasho and Reiki. Can I redo it? Now in a week time, now I'm again getting into the my levels and my chakras which are getting imbalanced. And सबसे बड़ी बात है कि जब मैंने रेकी स्टार्ट करी उस टाइम पे मुझे ये नहीं था कि ये इतनी पावरफुल और इतनी स्ट्रांग है कि ये आपको अपने आप एक रूट दे देगी चलने के लिए, कि तुम्हें ये करना है और तुम ऐसे सक्सीड होगे। दे विल दे विल गिव यू हिंट्स, दे विल गिव यू ब्लिंकर्स कि आपको ये करना है, ऐसे चलना है, ऐसे करना है। मेरी नींद, माई स्लीप, आई वॉज वेरी लेस स्लीपर गाय, 4 घंटे की मेरी नींद थी 24 में से। नाउ आई एम स्लीपिंग वेरी वेल, मीन 6 to 7 आवर में सोता हूँ इजिली। और जो बात चल रही थी कि हेड और नेक के अंदर स्ट्रेस रहता है, व्हेन आई वाज इन एडिडास, तो मेरे को जैसे स्ट्रेस रहता था, मेरी ये नेक पूरी सवेरे उठता था बिल्कुल ऐसे स्टिफ होती थी। आई हैव टू ब्रेक लाइक दिस, कि भैया इसको मूव करना है मुझे, तो आई हैव टू ब्रेक लाइक दिस एंड देन। तो ये मेरे को अक्सर रहता था ये सब प्रॉब्लम्स। तो रेकी से मैंने वो सब सॉल्व किया, मेरी फैमिली लाइफ को बैलेंस आउट किया। मेरे घर में मेरे से जो बात करने से डरते थे, नाउ दे हैव स्टार्ट टॉकिंग टू मी कि हमें ये करना है। मेरे भतीजा, मेरी भतीजी से दे टॉक मी कि हाँ, मेरे से बात करते कि अब ये करना कैसे जी चाचू, ये बताओ हमारे को, ये क्या, इसको कैसे करेंगे। मतलब उनको पता होता था कि मुझे पता है बट पूछना नहीं है इससे, क्योंकि ये अभी भड़क जाएगा 2 मिनट में। सो आई कंट्रोल माई एंगरनेस एंड आई जेल जेल बैक इन माई फैमिली, कि मुझे उनके साथ में कैसे बात करनी है, क्या कितना बोलना है। इवन देन नेहा नोज माई 2 बॉसेस, और दोनों मेरे मेंटोर रह चुके हैं। वन वाज लाइक, रात को अगर 12 बजे मेल देख ली तो 12 बजे फोन कर देगा वो। सो हाउ टू हैंडल हिम, हाउ टू टैकल हिम। इवन देन ऑन अ प्रोफेशनल फ्रेंड्स पे मेरे को बहुत ज्यादा फर्क पड़ा रेकी से, बहुत ज्यादा। और मैं वो सिंबल्स आज भी यूज करता हूँ, आज भी यूज करता हूँ। और कभी कभी जो रेकी में मैंने सीखा कि कभी कभी मेरे को ऐसा भी फील हो जाता है दूसरे के साथ में क्या प्रॉब्लम है, उसके ऑरा में डिस्टरबेंस क्या है, तो मैं चलते फिरते उसको बोल देता हूँ भाई तू ये कर ले थोड़ा सा, इससे तेरे को बेटर फील होगा। या बिना बताए उसको हील कर दिया कि भाई मुझे पता है इसकी बैक में प्रॉब्लम है, तो थोड़ी देर उसके बैक पे हाथ रख के खड़े हो गए तो उसको हील हो जाता। तो वो ये चीजें थोड़ी थोड़ी दिखने लगी, देन आई स्टॉप डूइंग दिस, कि भैया लोगों को पता लग जाएगा तो देन माय फैमिली लाइफ विल गेट अगेन डिस्टर्ब। वो एक टाइम था जब मैंने ये सीखा और मैंने इसको ग्रोन अप किया। यस, मैं आगे के लेवल नहीं कर पाया बिकॉज ऑफ माय पर्सनल फ्रंट। नाउ आई एम अगेन गेटिंग अ लिटिल टाइम, सो मैं गया तो इनसे इसीलिए मिलने था कि आगे इसको कैसे ट्यून इन करना है चीजों को। तो वो चीजों के लिए मैं मिलने के लिए गया था। एंड जो हीलिंग, अब ये जो नेक की हीलिंग बता रही थी, हेड की हीलिंग, मैं नहीं कर सकता वो, क्योंकि मेरे को करते ही नींद आ जाएगी उसी वक्त, बिकॉज आई फील फुल्ली रिलैक्स्ड। और मुझे अभी ड्राइव करनी है करीबन 200 किलोमीटर। तो मैं ये सोच के भी वो पीछे हाथ नहीं रखा था, मुझे पता था कि मैंने रखा नहीं 5 मिनट और मेरे को लगेगा भैया अभी सो जाओ थोड़ी देर, बिकॉज दैट गिव्स अ गुड फील कि आपका जो स्ट्रेस लेवल है उसी वक्त डिप करता है नीचे। अब ये आपको दो तरीके से फील होगा जी। एक, आप सोचो कि अपने आप आपको समझ में आ जाएगा, नहीं आएगा। यू हैव टू बी, आप स्विमिंग करते हैं ना, तो यू हैव टू, अगर आपको डाइव करनी है तो पानी के अंदर जाना पड़ता है स्विमिंग सीखने के लिए। तो यू हैव टू बी मर्ज इन दिस। जब तक आप इसके अंदर मर्ज नहीं होगे आप इसको पकड़ ही नहीं पाओगे जी। मर्ज होना है इसको आप तपस्या कह लो या इसको मेडिटेशन कह लो या योगा कह लो। यू हैव टू बी जेल विद इट। जैसे वो मुड़ रहा है आपको उसके साथ में मुड़ना है, तो आप उसको पकड़ने लग जाओगे और वो आपको पकड़ने लग जाएगा। तो इट विल कवर यू। मेरा पर्सनल और प्रोफेशनल दोनों फ्रंट सुधरे हैं इससे। मैं अपनी बात एक्सप्रेस ही नहीं करता था अपने बॉसेस को, एंड दैट वाज द सबसे बड़ा ड्रॉबैक था मेरे डाउनफॉल का हमेशा, क्योंकि मेरा डेजिग्नेशन अप नहीं होता था। मैं अपने घर में भी एक्सप्रेस नहीं करता था कि नहीं ये नहीं ऐसे करो। आई स्टार्ट डूइंग दैट फ्रॉम लास्ट फ्यू, बेसिकली लास्ट 2 इयर्स से मैंने इसको एक्सप्रेस करना शुरू कर दिया। नाउ जो नया नोज माई खूंखार वाला बॉस, आई कॉल्ड हिम खूंखार साहू, यू नो हिम वेरी वेल। तो उससे बात करना इज वेरी डिफिकल्ट, बिकॉज आप उनको एक बात करोगे, ही विल गिव यू 24 क्वेश्चंस। कि ये क्यों ऐसे. सो नाउ आई रिप्लाई. मुझे पता है उनके सारे क्वेश्चंस के रिप्लाई, बट मैं जवाब ही नहीं दे पाऊंगा, क्योंकि मेरे को एक फियर अंदर दिमाग में डर है कि यार ही इज सो नॉलेजेबल, आई विल नॉट बी एबल टू फेस इट. बट वो मैंने कवर कर लिया कि ही इज नॉलेजेबल, बट माई नॉलेज इज ऑल्सो स्टैंड समवेयर इन फ्रंट ऑफ हिज नॉलेज. वो समझना और उसके अंदर एक कॉन्फिडेंस का बूस्टर डालना इज ऑल रेकी. क्योंकि रेकी का मतलब दो तरीके से आप समझ लो. एक तो आप अपने आप में रेकी कर रहे हो, और दूसरा दूसरे की भी रेकी करनी है कि उसके क्वेश्चंस आने, आपके पास जवाब होने चाहिए. एंड सेकेंडली, जो ये बता रही हैं कि रेकी करते हैं, जो आप हील करते हैं, द फर्स्ट टाइम आई स्टार्टेड, इट वाज अ फोर्थ और फिफ्थ डे. कि जैसे आप गुब्बारे में, बलून में हवा भरते हैं ना, तो जब मैं अपने स्टमक की हीलिंग कर रहा था, इट वाज लाइक लीवर एंड लंग्स के पास में, किडनी के पास में बेसिकली कह सकते हो, कि एक ऐसे ब्लो हुआ, विच आई शेयर्ड विद यू ने ऑल्सो, कि मुझे ऐसा लगा कि कुछ ब्लॉकेज खुली. तो उससे मेरी काफी चीजें सुधरी थी उस वक्त, विच आई कांट एक्सप्लेन ऑन दिस फोरम. कि इतना कुछ हेडेक्स खत्म हो गए मेरे. मेरे को एंजाइटी जो रहती थी वो खत्म हो गई. मेरे को स्ट्रेस लेवल, अभी भी आज भी मेरे को स्ट्रेस होता है, तो आई ऑलवेज गो विद माई आईज क्लोजर, विद माई आईज, एंड आई डू 5 मिनट ब्रीथिंग प्रैक्टिस. उससे मेरा स्ट्रेस लेवल मेरे कंट्रोल में आ जाता है बस. ये मेरे को सबसे बड़ा प्लस पॉइंट मिला लाइफ का. तो दिस वाज अ स्मॉल जर्नी विच आई कैन शेयर. बट ऐसे फॉरम्स के अंदर अब जितना लंबा बताना चाहूंगा तो आई कैन स्पीक अप टू 2-3 आवर्स. तो इतना कुछ है
So that is
बताने के
enough.
लिए.
That is enough, Sanjeev. Thank you so much for sharing your experience. And I'm happy that you're putting it into use in your daily life. That's important. One is to learn, and like I say, the other is to put it into practice. So it's important to put into practice so that you're able to see the difference with and without. So you yourself shared that you're not doing it and then you felt the stress and now you've started again, which is glad. At least now you're in that awareness zone. So
Right.
without wasting and taking your more time, I think you should drive safely and be safe. And thank you so much for your presence here.
And thank you, Sanjeev. And just very quickly for our international audience who will definitely be catching this on a replay, what Sanjeev, I'm just giving it to you in a nutshell, as somebody who had a lot of anxiety and a lot of stress, especially work related, causing a lot of anger as well. And all that anxiety, stress, and anger was causing issues at home. Nobody was able to speak to him, even with his own bosses. And this is all happening over time. There were communication concerns. He was not being able to express himself properly. A lot of things happening in a lot of fronts. But with Reiki, he has managed all of these, sorted them, cleared them out. And today, his family is very happy to approach him and speak to him, including his nieces and nephews, which people you will know that, to have people in your own family not being able to speak to you and now have even children approach you, it's a big leap, and you know how much you would have changed. And not just that, even with his work, everything is much better. His communication skills, everything. And he says that he has sorted out his headaches, his anxiety, stress, anger, communication. That's like a big five, really. Not company wise, but person wise. So thank you, Sanjeev, for coming on and sharing. And yes, um, I agree with Neha. Safe travel. Mentioned you have 200 kilometers to drive. So be safe, Godspeed. All right. And Neha, we have two more left. We have the chest and heart and the lower back. Before you go into that and take us all into it, I just wanted to tell everyone that, you've taken part in this poll, you've put your percentages, whichever percentage you were in, we don't know. We keep our polls anonymous. So whether you were at head neck, or whether you were at stomach gut, or you're at chest heart and you'll just see it, or you're at lower back kidney and which you'll just see, make a note of where you were before and where after doing it you are at. And even if, uh, and whether you've just done 1 point, all points, Because you'll find out after this why I'm mentioning this. Please go ahead, Neha.
Neelu. So let's look at grief and loss and feeling vulnerable and feeling sad. Your boss said something to you, your spouse said something to you, your kid said something to you, your friend you had a nudge with, and now you're feeling sad. Why did they speak to me like this? I am sad. What does that do? That is grief. Or, for example, let's look at it another way. Someone's near one or dear one has passed away. So there's a lot of grief. There are people who have lived a very healthy life, and yet at times they've had heart attacks. And you're like, why? Why did that happen? Or they have chest issues, they have lung issues. I still remember, this is my personal story. My grandmother, you generally when people have bronchitis or lung related issues like bronchitis, there's in winters, you know, it's like you're cold and then you catch a bronchitis. My grandmother, she had bronchitis in peak summer, June, May, and then June, and we were like, whoa, what happened? And it took me years to understand that it was not the weather, it was not her eating, it was the grief that she had carried and not expressed when she lost a young son, and then a couple of years later, she lost her spouse. So grief was so embedded that it led to a disease of lung. And in the end, you know, she did not let go of the grief. It's a very personal story, but I'm still sharing it here. Her one lung had given way, and in the end, during her last time, she was only on 1/4 lung, surviving on 1/4 lung. And when I got into this healing modality many years later, and when I started reading and experiencing it, I realized, whoa, it was that. And that's how the lungs, the heart, and the chest represent the grief, the loss, the fear of vulnerability, you know, the sadness that you're carrying. So that's why it's very important for you to express, release, let it out, feel, share what you're saying. Yeah, I'm sure everyone has their inner circle. You know, you all have your near and dear ones. Go out and share with them. And if it's still you feel that you can't share, then I recommend people do release, burn, flush, which means take a paper, journal whatever you're feeling, irrespective. Maybe if you're not used to sharing, you will not be able to write more than a line. Doesn't matter. Write whatever you can. I attended a forum today. I thought XYZ. And just that, maybe after that, you're not able to share anything. Or maybe just one line that when I was spoken to like this in the office, I did not feel nice. Maybe after that, you're not able to express, but that one line is a beginning line. Write that, burn it, and flush it. That is what we say, release, burn, flush. A very simple tip for all of you all who are here. It really helps you bring it out of your system in case you're very, very unsure of sharing what you are feeling. Do it consistently for 21 days. Why 21 days? Because your brain cells and the neurons, they take 21 days to tell your brain, we are doing this. So please do this. For your own body healing, do this. So what happens? The lung represents our ability to take in life and let go. We are not willing to forgive. So you have to forgive yourself first and the other also. Only then you can let go. But if you're holding on to it tightly, it's not doing any good to you. So it's like, you know, how I explained it to others is like, there's an unwanted tenant in your heart. You don't want that. Let it go. So unresolved grief, a heartbreak, the feeling of not being able to breathe freely, you know, that manifests respiratory issues, chronic coughs, and asthma. So Reiki healing When we place our hands on our heart, on our chest, focusing on the heart-lung connection, we are clearing the energetic blocks from this chakra, these organs, and again creating energetic pathways. Because your heart chakra is the bridge between the physical and the spiritual realm. It holds our ability to give and receive love. When we are wounded, we manifest heartache, we manifest grief, we manifest the inability to trust. So forgive yourself and forgive the other person. Don't want that unwanted tenant there, right? So let go. So emotional pains lead to heart diseases, respiratory issues, and weakened immunity also. So now, again, I'm going to share you an example. Someone had come to me during COVID, and she never cried. Because for her, the conditioning was stay strong. You can't cry. You can't give up. So what had happened? Her lungs were taking a toll on her health. Like she would start gasping for breath if she was stressed. And she was on borderline asthma, but even that was causing her a lot of discomfort. Grief, you're not letting go. You're not forgiving yourself. You're not forgiving what has happened. You have to let go. To let that lack, that need to go. So what we did, we again did that Reiki practice. When she did that, she felt lighter, she slept better, she felt ease, she released. She said, for after years, I have now cried and I feel like a burden has come off my chest. You know how you feel when you cry, you feel lighter. So she's like a baby, she cried, but it was good. In the end, it was good. So that's the power of Reiki. So for this, again, we're going to do a quick exercise. We're going to rub our hands, activate our palm chakras, and place them on our hand, on our heart and lung areas. And we will say and imagine the light and the energy, the universal flow flowing through our hands, warming our hands and heart, easing the pain, the discomfort that we feel, healing all the wounds, the pain, the angst. Feel your heartbeat coming down. Feel yourself breathing slowly and deeply. Breathe in, breathe out, and mentally affirm to yourself, I give and receive love effortlessly and unconditionally. I forgive myself and I forgive others. I release all the burdens from my heart. My heart is open to trust, joy, and deep healing. With every breath that you are breathing, feel the universal flow of Reiki moving through your hands into your heart chakra and the organs surrounding it. Feel the unconditional love flowing in through your hands with every breath. I give and receive love effortlessly and unconditionally. I forgive myself and others. I release all burdens from my heart. My heart is open to trust, joy, and deep healing. With every breath that you inhale, feel the Reiki moving in your heart, releasing anything lesser than love and light, bringing you to a space of love, joy, peace. Feel the burden releasing. Feel the Reiki flowing through your hands, calming your heartbeat, healing your heart chakra, helping you release the burdens of your heart. Keep breathing in and breathing out. And when you are ready, take deep breaths in, relax, wiggle your toes and arms, and gently come back to the here and now with a bright smile on your face. And if you feel better or any sensation, please be happy to share.
I'm going to give you a full share now after the lower back is also done.
Absolutely. I think we will also talk about throat and the lower back as well. Um, lower back is again to do with root, your finances, your root chakra, when you're feeling lack of support, when you feel that nobody supports you, there is a constant survival mode that is on. What will happen next? What if I'm not able to do this? What if I can't achieve my deadline? What ifs don't end? Because there is constant fear. There is this anxiety, there is this financial anxiety, there is this survival instinct, there is this fear which is there always. And this again, my friends, is related to your root chakra and your kidneys. Because when you're worrying, when you're in fear, the organ associated is kidney. And what are you asking kidneys to do? Flush more toxins out for you. So even when you're sleeping, the kidney is doing its job. It's overworking. It wants you to be happy, but we are in fear. We don't want to let go of that fear because we feel, no, 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 this will never happen. This can't happen. What if this doesn't happen? Those questions don't stop. And that's when we start having lower back issues. So again, the person who just gave a testimonial right now, he was having a lower back pain because when he was hopping jobs, he felt very insecure. That need of surviving, money, finances, stability, not being able to anchor was constantly embedded in the kidneys. What are the emotions? Survival instinct, fear, not supported. How will I be able to do this? That is the mode you are in constantly. Deep-rooted insecurity. Kidneys get affected and stress hormones like cortisol are constantly flushing out, and they make your liver and kidneys work extra. So it's important that we keep a check on ourselves, on our minds, of what we are thinking, what our thoughts are. So if I'm constantly thinking positive, I'll be in a happy space. But if I am always in a space where I'm worrying, or I'm jealous, or I'm angry, or I'm frustrated, any of the lower vibrating emotions, as we say, we are making our body do the extra work. So love your bodies. Listen to it when it gives you a nudge, like when it's whispering to you, not when it starts screaming. No, we only listen to our bodies when it starts screaming back at us. Listen, I'm unwell, do something about it. We don't need to go to that extent. We can listen to that little nudge, and then we can come to the need or the lack that we need to release from that emotion. So the minute you help release that need, automatically you will have balanced your chakras, you would have cleared your energetic blocks, you would come back into a more saner space of love, joy, peace, and happiness. So with that note, I'm also going to pop up a question for you, which is your food of thought. We all come from different faiths, but we all say one thing, that the divine is forever loving and forgiving, irrespective of what we do. But the divine has a huge, magnanimous heart and is forever loving, right? Now, if we know that we are always protected, guided, loved by the divine, we don't need to feel insecure. We don't need to feel the fear. We don't need to feel the angst. We don't need to feel the jealousy, because we're all one. We're all divine beings. We are all part of the same universe. So the minute you start believing that, you're making your body do less work, right? Food for thought. Please think about it. Anyways, let's come back to the lower back. So with that, we are again going to rub our hands, activate our palm chakras, and place them on our lower backs. Right there like this. Okay? And close your eyes. Take deep breaths. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. And imagine the Reiki flowing through your hand into your lower back, releasing anything lesser than love and light. Feel this energy connecting you with Mother Earth, like roots from where you are sitting. Visualize it moving down to Mother Earth, grounding you, making you absolutely anchored and protected. And feel the strength rising from the ground into your body. Feel the roots extending, making you stable, making you anchored, making you feel protected. Mother Earth has the ability to turn all negative into positive. And when we anchor with her energy, we become grounded, stable, protected. Feel this energy moving from your palms to your lower backs, grounding you with earth. and affirm I'm grounded, safe, and deeply supported by the universe. Fear dissolves as I trust my path. I'm resilient and all my needs are met. Keep breathing in the white light. Keep feeling this energy moving through your palms into your lower back, grounding you, protecting you, loving you, securing you. I am grounded. I am safe. I am deeply supported by the universe. Fear dissolves as I trust my path. I am resilient and my needs are met. And you chant this in your mind. Feel the divine energy flowing through your hands into your lower back, clearing away all the emotional blockages, releasing from your body. With every breath that you take in, feel this Reiki flowing through your hands, healing your body and your emotions while I hold the space for you. Keep breathing in and breathing out and relaxing your mind and body with every breath. And when you are ready, wiggle your toes and fingers, and with a bright smile on your face, gently come back to the here and now.
Neha, the last two calls, I couldn't actively participate in the meditation with the music and the working, and I'm really glad I didn't because, and I'll tell you why, okay? Like Sanjeev was just saying, that I know if I put my hand here, I'll be ready to fall asleep. And here's the thing, even though this has been happening in bits, not continuously, now I'm ready to go to sleep. Like I'm ready to put my head down and go to sleep. So in a way, I'm really glad I didn't do 10 minutes straight because then you would have had to finish the call on your own totally. Host is gone. Host has left the building. It would have been like that. So even with this, but wait, even though we've done the four that showed up with it, you said you want to do one more, correct?
I'm just thinking, did we do liver?
So in the bowl that we had the head neck which you've done, we
Yes.
had the stomach that which you've done, we had the chest heart which you've done, we had the lower back kidney which you've done, and the
Wonderful.
last option was not in awareness, which is at a very low 9%. So
Absolutely. But here I'll just talk about liver, which
please,
I do want to share with everyone on this call because it is important. Liver is where your anger and suppressed resentment is stored. And the chakra associated with it is solar plexus. So the liver processes not just the toxins, but also the suppressed anger and resentment, digestion issues, headaches, skin issues. They become the source when there is unspoken anger kept inside year after year. And when we do Reiki on the solar plexus and the liver, our self-esteem, our willpower, and confidence improves, and we don't feel the lack of power. So digestive disorders like the ulcers, the acid reflux, the IBS, they come from the emotional suppression, and they get cured or healed, I would say, when we heal liver and solar plexus. Because anger, we get angry with every little thing in our life. The kid is not listening to us, we are angry. Or the landlord has said something, we are angry. Something other has happened, we are angry. Anger, again, and it stores inside. So our body is like a storehouse of our emotions, storehouse of what we are feeling 24/7. And how do we end that? With our thoughts. We have to calm down our thoughts. And Reiki helps us bring us to that stage where we can calm down. We don't overthink. We come back in our own control. We come back, we understand how things are happening, and they will happen with divine timing. So when you come into that divine space of how the universe is always supporting you, you become a calmer, healthier, happier version of your own self, right? And that's why I said go back to the need, what you need to release. So breathe deeply, connect with your emotions, visualize it like a ball of energy, and you can just send it out. I don't want this emotion. I want to give it away. You can do that as well. So again, release the need to cling of the old pain for protection and identification to bring yourself with a healthy heart. Release the need for over-controlling life and external approval to let go of anger, control issues, and self-doubt. Release the need to overthink and control outcomes to activate or, enhance your third eye chakra. Release the need to be in total control and separate yourself from divine. God is different from me. You are separating yourself, again creating an illusion. Release that need to be in total control. Let him control. Let the God, the divine power, do what it needs to do for your highest good. When you will not feel disconnected with that power, your crown will be activated. You will not have depression. You will not have chronic fatigue. You will not have brain fog. So imagine the emotions when you release that from your body. How powerful and empowered are you in that space? So release the need, all those needs that you have created for yourself. Because when you release those needs, you will automatically heal your physical self and your emotional self. And that's exactly what I'm trying to bring you at from call 1 to call 3, where you are the conduits of this universal flow, and you can make this work for yourself, manifest it the way you want it. Totally, you are so powerful in your own way, right?
Right. And let's tell people, Neha, as to how they can do this, learning it with you. Because while you've given us a few, a bunch of tips here and there, you made us experience the power of our hands. The work on it is yet to be done, which is to be done with you with the training. So let's tell everybody about your offers. And before we go into that, earlier I had mentioned to everybody, whichever one you selected as your head or chest or whatever, you either thought about it and selected it, or maybe you were actually feeling it and you selected it, correct? So from then till now, did you just do one part? Did you do all? You want to share? Are you in a better space? Is something still niggling at you, bothering you? We'll get you on with Neha for a few minutes, one-on-one with her. after this bit. And Neha, I just wanted to tell you that I said that I told you after each round, and then after the I think the chest up, I said, okay, let everything get over now, then I will tell you. Because each time, even though there were gaps in between, the warmth, the the increase of warmth, which, okay, logically, you're rubbing your hands, it is going to get warm. But it's not, it can't increase. Just you rub it 3 times, it will be that much warmth only, right? It can't double, triple in size. But with each time, it kept increasing. So it was very clearly, well, obviously not visible, but feelable, if that is a word. So thank you for that. I really, really enjoyed this in bits with all the parts. So really glad. Thank you. I hope everybody's been able to feel something as well, and we'll come to that as soon as the offers are over.
Absolutely, Neelu.
Yeah, there's a PDF that you have gifted to us now, which is about how Reiki works and the science behind Reiki healing and its benefits. It is there in our call replays. And once again, thank you so much for this, Neha. People mastering the art of Reiki with the Neha Kumar, Neha Tikur.
Thank you, Neelu. So here we have designed 3 packages for you. One is only about learning Reiki 1 level, where you will learn your heal yourself physically. Package B is about becoming a level 2 practitioner, where you will learn both level 1 and level 2. And package C is level 1, level 2, and taking 2 personal sessions of Reiki with me, 30 minutes each. You can use them for yourself or you can gift it to any of your loved ones. Now, with package 1, why should you learn Reiki? Because, like I'm saying in my calls again and again, you balance your energy, you restore your energetic flow in the body, you clear the energy blocks if there are any which are affecting your health, your mind. You come back into a more relaxed state. Your nervous system becomes calmer and better. Your immunity improves. You are enhancing your body's natural healing process and releasing your stored emotions from your body. You are able to become less anxious, less angry, and obviously there's more to it. Your focus gets better, your spiritual growth becomes enhances. You are able to heal your chronic pains, your fatigues, your disorders. You are strengthening your immune system. You are improving your focus, your self power. You become courageous. You have great emotional clarity, your self esteem. And there's more. Like Reiki does so much for us, right? Why should you learn this? Because you want to let go of all the toxic patterns and the emotional baggages that you're carrying. You can manifest your goals. You can become as abundant as the universe. You can create your positive life changes that you are dreaming of. You are actually coming to a more aligned state with the universe. So all the conflicts get resolved. You become more harmonious in every aspect of your life because now you are more connected to your purpose and true self, right? It's good for everybody, ideal for adults, people who are looking for self-discovery, transformation, who like to heal others and themselves, who want to explore intuitively. They want to know what guidance is stored for them because you can heal yourself and your loved ones. So it is for everyone who wants to heal their loved ones around them. Why should you learn from me? Because I will just not teach you and let you go. I will ensure that you practice this with me for 21 days and you report to me that this we have done. Because till the time I will not make you practice for 21 days, you will not get into the habit or attune yourself with that divine force. I will make you learn all the hand positions that are required to learn to heal yourself and others, and try and integrate it with a multi-dimensional approach so that you're able to learn, sense energy, be intuitive, gauge, know yourself, others, be like a clairvoyant, and support you through and through with this. I just don't teach and let go. I want you to practice it, bring it into your space, learn. So it's a very safe space because I have been through this, I have learned it, so I will not judge. You're not judged here, you are supported, and you will feel more empowered with just attunements with Reiki. You will feel your life transforming, and we are in a very loving space. What we do, we will learn this. It's an 8-hour full 1-day workshop, but we have made this easy. We have divided this into 3 days, 2.5 hours each. I will give you PDF notes. You will get an e-certificate, and we will do 21 days practice on the group every day. This is a mandate. I will not leave you without this.
Right. And you have been, you've been stressing on this, and by stressing, I mean bringing it up, not the other stressor that we've been talking about.
Absolutely.
So you've been saying 21 days, 20. I just wanted to ask very quickly, Neha, is there like a time? We have a number of days, which is minimum 21. Is there a certain time frame also, minimum which is required?
So, Nilu, in level 1, when we are learning Reiki, we work on 26 hand positions, which
Right.
is helping us clear all the meridians and all the organs, which we have only talked about a few, but there are many,
Right.
right?
Right.
So, they help you clear that. So, it's about physical healing. So, the level 1 is more hard work than level 2, I would say, because when you're working on those 26 hand positions, it takes you good 60 minutes or more to work on yourself. So for
Right.
some people, it's easy because they are willing to put in that hard work. For some, it's like, oh, I can't do this. I fell asleep after 30 minutes. Fell asleep because I was so relaxed, because I have seen that happening, right? But
Right.
the thing is that you have to keep doing it day after day, because after 21 days, your subconscious knows, oh dear, I have to heal myself. This is something I'm missing. Your body will crave for it, because by then your subconscious is ingrained inside your subconscious that this needs to be done. That's
Right.
why we say 21 days is a must. So every practice that we
Perfect.
do, like even release, burn, flush that we spoke about, 21 days, because it takes that time for your subconscious to agree to this, that this is a habit that I'm, forming.
Forming.
Yes,
Right.
so a habit to form, sometimes 21. For some people, it could even extend to 48, 60, 90, but doesn't matter. Must do it. Till the time you think, now this is inside my DNA, I am at it, do not give up. That's what I tell everyone. Do not give up in the middle because you feel tired or because you think it's not working. No, 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 no. It will work. It will
Right.
do its job. It has a consciousness which is far more intelligent than any one of us. It knows exactly what everyone needs, and it'll do its job. Light has its own frequency, its own consciousness, and it knows what Neha wants, what Neelu wants, what JK wants, what Shobha wants, whoever is there. Like when you're working with it, they will know exactly what it needs to do. So 21 days for subconscious to train to come into that space. And what do we learn in level 1? We learn about Reiki, the history, the origin, principles of Reiki, what it is, understanding the human field, the aura, chakras, the hand positions. We learn about how we are connecting with the consciousness, with divine, and obviously there's more. We learn how we are able to heal ourselves and our near and dear ones. We learn the basic principles of Reiki, which we need to follow, the practical applications, hands-on sessions, the do's and don'ts of Reiki, and so on. So very basic foundational course where you are able to self-heal and others, open up your energy channels, because that's the first basic step we need to do, and ability to perform Reiki and give Reiki treatments to others. And practice sessions will be of 4 weeks after the attunement. We will connect once a week, and obviously the WhatsApp group will be open to you for a year, where you will be supported for 1 full year. And in case, let's say, after a couple of months, you feel like that, no, I want to do this revision again, you're more than welcome to do a revision, and you can just pay as you like. And like I said, we have a 1-year WhatsApp group support. We have practical doubt clearing sessions. You will have these access to these calls that you're being a part of for lifetime through Mystic Lotus. So yes, it's brilliant. And this is the way your certificate will look like. We'll have your name. You will be learning the Usui Shiki Ryoho. The level 1s are called Shodans. So you will be a Shodan, you will be a Reiki practitioner. And since I'm a Reiki master, I shall give this e-certificate away to you. The actual cost of this course is around 51K, however, and US dollar 682, but we are giving you a fantastic offer of 9,100 rupees and US dollar 119, giving you a saving of 82%, and the VIP members have an additional 10% cost saving. So this is all about level 1. Package B. Now, this not only includes what we have learned in level 1, but now we will learn Reiki level 2. So this will be 8 hours of level 1 and 8 hours of level 2, 6 days, 2.5 hours each. And you will get PDF notes for both the levels. You will get an e-certificate for this, and we will again do 21 days practice after learning level 2. Now, what we have learned in level 1 is the introduction, the history, the auras, the chakras, the hand positions. What we are going to learn is the connection with the divine force, because you're here laying the foundation with the divine energy in level 1. And there's more. We will learn how to give Reiki to others, the principles, the practical applications that we will do, and there's more. In level 2, we will reinforce the foundational principles, and we will learn the basic symbols of Reiki, which are Chokure, Seheki, and Honshaze Shonen. We will learn distance healing techniques, sending Reiki across time and space to your past, to your future, to your present. Reiki level 2 is more about emotional healing and addressing the emotional imbalances, working with specific intentions, expanding your consciousness. Depending on your connection, you will expand even more with level 2. Practical hands-on sessions we do with level 2 and level 1 both. And yes, of course, here you are able to heal at a distance. So if you are somewhere else in a city and you want a friend who's sitting somewhere in the other part of the world, you can send healing. Now, duration is typically 1 to 2 days, but like I said, it's divided over 6 days, 2.5 hours each. And you will expand your Reiki abilities and learn to work with symbols, do distance healing, emotional healing, and work with intentions. So here we can manifest. This is how the certificate for level 2 is, where you become Okuden. So level 2 practitioners or the advanced Reiki practitioners are called Okudens, And this is the way we present a certificate to them with their name and the date and year signed by me. The dates for this is 9th, 10th, 11th May for level 1, and level 2 would be 6th, 7th, 8th June. And why we have done this is because I will ensure that you practice 21 days after level 1. The timings would be 6:30 p.m. to 9 p.m. India time and 9 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. ET time. You can save these dates. Package B is for 1193 US dollars or 90998 rupees. However, we are giving this to you at a fantastic offer price of 79% savings, INR 19,001 and US dollar 251, and the VIP members get an additional 10% saving. Not to miss saying that you have the yearly WhatsApp support and the practice sessions. And package C. Here, we will learn everything that we have spoken about of level 1 and level 2, plus the additional 30 minutes each of Reiki sessions with me, which you can use them for yourself or gift it to any loved one of your in your family and your surroundings. Now, this will be, like I said, 8 plus 8 hours, level 1 and level 2, 2.5 hours each day with PDF notes, e-certificates, and 2 transferable personal sessions. Dates are again 9th, 10th, 11th May and 6th, 7th, 8th June. Timings would be 6:30 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. India time and 9 a.m. to 12 noon ET. And plus 2 personal healing sessions. This comes at a value of US dollars 1301 or rupees 99,198, and we are giving it to you for a fantastic price offer of 19,009 rupees with a saving of 80%. We have all the 3 packages designed for you for level A, level 1 plus level 2, and package C, which has level 1, level 2, and 2 personal sessions with just a price difference of $1. So it's completely with you to decide which one you'd like to opt for. Like I say, we are all born healers, born psychics, and Reiki will just be a tool for you to awaken the healer within. So become your best, highest version by invoking Reiki. Be your own client first, because when you know what's worked for you, it's bound to work for the other one also.
Right. And again, thank you for these fabulous offers. Of course, with the package C, which has levels 1 and 2 and 2 sessions with you, and a difference of only 8 rupees between package B and C, or $1 between package B and C. So in case people are wondering that there is a discrepancy there, please don't read too much into it. There are certain calculations involved. So don't overthink that. Just see the difference. It is nothing much. That's what you head for. And yes, we are at time, but I had mentioned, Neha, in case anybody would like to come on, wherever they were at the beginning, where they are now, if there's anything still lingering, do they want a few more minutes with you, wherein you would actually be doing a little Reiki for them, or if they want to come on and ask or share anything, we will keep this space open for everybody for about 5, maximum 10 minutes more. So if anybody would like to come on, give me the thumbs up with the buttons on Zoom. And of course, we will require your video on should you want to come in for a few minutes with Neha. Of course, people, this is only open for should you require it. That is it. It is as simple as that. Okay. And yes, we are, Neha, it's been a week and then some with Reiki. Reiki is something that so many people are familiar with, yet not familiar with. And you've given us a very different experience of Reiki this week, especially with all these little glimpses of what you'll be learning and explanations of this chakra, this meridian, excuse me, it is on your palms also, which is why as as a hand, as hands, these powerful hands that you can use with attunement with the Reiki. So thank you very much for that. Last call, people. If anybody wants to come on, give me a thumbs up on the Zoom chat itself. No, none. Peaceful. It is Saturday evening. You've been with us throughout the week on this call. Really appreciate it, everybody. And Neha, thank you so much once
It
again.
was a
And
pleasure
before we
being
give
here,
a final goodbye, last words from you. Oh, one second, I'm sorry, you have a hand raised. What is it? Hang on. Oh, and I think this is JK who was traveling earlier. Yeah. We're not being able to hear you. Oh, you've gone back on mute. One second.
Hello?
Yes.
Yeah, hi. I actually just wanted to ask, I have done the level 1 and level 2. So I needed to ask, matlab, I feel the need of doing it on daily basis. So I just want to understand, does it happens that one need to do it on daily basis? Or Reiki? Matlab, is it needed?
Yes. Yes, it is, JK. Yes, it is needed. And especially if your body is nudging you and your mind is nudging you to do it, then you must listen to it.
It's like every morning I would have to put in those 20 minutes
So,
or maybe 10.
so I'm going to just, okay, I'm going to answer this question in a little depth now, okay? Let's say
Okay.
level 1, you've learned the 26 hand position, right? But now you've left it for a while. You've left it for a while and you feel a little heavy in your body, then I would recommend that you do the 26 points, not even if you can't do it every day, but at least try and do it like 3 times a week or 4 times a week. And if you feel, no, I don't need this, I only need specific parts, you could focus on that. Else, work with your intuition and work on your chakras. Because when you clear your meridians and you'll clear your chakras, you will know, your intuition will tell you, that this is what I need to do. So right now your body is nudging you, your mind is nudging you to do it. That means it needs it. It's calling for it. It's asking for it. So go ahead and do it. But then whatever you do, please practice that regularly for the next 21 days if you are out of practice. It is a must.
Okay, I've been.
In fact, I have a question for JK, Neha. I have a question for JK. JK, how long back did you learn level 1 and level 2?
So level 1, I learned it at a very young age during my teenage. I was lucky enough, my aunt was into healing. She somehow I lost her recently a month back. So she was the one who actually told me to do the second level and third level. So that, because in level 1, you have to, do every chakras without any symbols. So then I started learning symbols, doing the second and the third level. So now I've been practicing, but the thing is, yeah, because I did have a bit of a, issues with, we had this one guy also, Sanjeev, talking, yes, you get into issues with your, job, and, then there is stress and there is, you hold up a lot of things. One of the negative things of being good is like you keep all the things within yourself. So I did feel like, it helped me with depression. So everybody who is there on the call, I would say, yes, it helps a lot. Coping up with a lot of things.
Correct. So the reason why I was asking JK, how long back has it that you've learned?
So since 2 years I've been doing it. No, since 2 years I've been doing it nearly. I try to do it every day, but at least I do it 4 times a week. That's an average thing.
So, Neha, the reason why I asked this question of JK is because even when Sanjeev said I took a break and I went to meet Neha, I never know you've got to start again. So that's why I brought it up. So in case, and in fact, Neha, I think you must have had a lot of people coming to you. There are people who have learned Reiki many years back. In fact, I think Vasudha asked us on the first call, right? That I've had a gap now. So then to go in to get attuned again is always a good idea. You can think about it. So, JK,
Noted.
I hope that answers your question somewhere. However, Neha, I only wanted to
Noted.
check about the gap and about the reattunement.
And noted. Yes, that do help. Yes, yes, noted.
Because since if you're out of practice, then I always recommend that you get reattune yourself, and because it's a practice that you have to inculcate within yourself. Just like how you upgrade yourself, you've got to keep upgrading. It's the same way.
Yes, yeah, I would agree with you because I try to keep on upgrading on all the Reiki path. Yeah, sure, noted.
Right. And JK, in fact, I think I'm seeing you for the first time on our summit. So I hope, and maybe this is the first call you attended. So I hope you had a good
Yes,
time.
yes,
And
great. In
we
fact,
have we have one more week left on this summit. So we hope to see you there. And do look at the possibility for yourself and only for yourself. If you'd like the reattunement, you have these fabulous offers available for you. For the moment, I hope, JK, your questions were sorted. And we are back again, Neha, saying one more round of goodbyes. So I'll make this quick, Neha. Any last words?
Like I say, be safe, be healthy, be happy, stay safe.
Fantastic.
And with that,
Everybody,
thank you for having me here. It was a pleasure to see everyone around. And I hope Reiki brings in this peace, joy, and happiness to your lives.
fantastic. Thank you, Neha. Thank you, everybody. Fabulous weekend ahead for one and all. We shall see you next week, Tuesday, 6:30 p.m. India Standard Time for the last week on season 7 of the Mystic Lotus and Dragonflies Global Awesome Healers Training Summit. Thank you all. Bye, Neha. Good
Bye
night.
bye.
Excuse me.